Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. In my very first video here, I'll be prepping my new super affordable Amazon practice hand. As I'm getting my Gorilla Glue ready, I'll put a video of the hand to the left there so you can check it out, and I'll also link it in the description below for y'all. I use Gorilla Glue because when I tried this with regular nail glue, it was like trying to glue something onto oil. It just wasn't happening. So I saw a lot of people using this glue and I figured I'd give it a try. I'm using some medium almond shaped full cover tips, also from Amazon. Y'all, I'm addicted to Amazon, so you will see many hauls to come in this channel. But yeah, I'll link those below as well. I love these tips. I use them a lot and they worked out perfectly for this prep. I just put them in backwards like most people do, and it really did result in a perfect natural free edge kind of look. I went straight in without priming the silicone, mostly because I forgot, but it was still good. It worked out well enough in the end. And basically I'm just adding some of the glue directly on the nail bed, sliding the nail tips into the wells, and then pressing them down for maybe like 1 to 2 minutes. At first I was pressing them down for about 30 seconds and it still wasn't sticking right, so that could very well be due to the lack of primer, but 1 to 2 minutes worked out perfect in the end, maybe around 1 minute. And at this point in the video, I wasn't putting any glue on the nail tips themselves, just the nail beds, but later on for the pinky and the thumb, I do end up adding glue to the nails and you'll see why. But I got a couple air bubbles on this one, so I took these little micro Q-tip thingies. I don't know, I got them in a lash kit years ago I never used, and I just added some glue to the tip and kind of just poked it up in there to try to get some added adhesion. Y'all, my anxiety was on 1,000 during this prep because I really didn't want to get any glue on these cuticles. They're much more thin than the high-end hands like the Red Iguanas, the Alianas, etc. And although not nearly as thin as some of the others I've seen out there where you put the nail tips into the wells and you can see them right through the quote-unquote skin, but yeah, I just didn't want to tear them up or get glue all over them. I really wanted to make a video to show y'all that you can get a super affordable hand and still have it look really nice. Apologies if you hear banging in the background, there's constant construction around here. But yeah, one thing I will say about this hand though, I don't recommend it for those practicing nail extensions like acrylics or polygel or anything that requires a lot of filing or an e-file, just because you will definitely tear up the cuticle area. The more high-end hands are much more stiff and thick around that area, so they would be a much better fit for that, although a lot more expensive, but it's an investment, so it could totally be beneficial for you. For me, I'm all about the nail art. I no longer do acrylics, so this hand should work out perfect for those of you like me who just want a hand to practice your nail art on, or you want to have a more comfortable way of doing nails for videos. To me, this is a much better option than holding on to those tiny little magnetic press-on nail stands, which I do still use for creating my press-ons for sale. By the way, TalktothehandNails.com, link down below, check out the shop. But anyway, I'll talk about that in another video. This video is about the hand. Anyway, but yeah, like I was saying, this is more, I think, for video purposes, since you can't really design press-ons for sale with this hand because the nails are tucked up under the cuticle, and of course you need to paint to the edges when you're making press-ons. So yeah, just for really video purposes and photos only, in my opinion. On the ring finger, I did end up with a huge air bubble, but it was in a spot where it would have been a lot harder to get to with the little poker thingy. So at this point I was fine with just leaving it alone, especially since these were just the base nails and I'll be painting them in a nude as well. So it didn't really matter to me at this point, although you will see in a moment that it does matter and it did have to get fixed. But one thing I do love about this hand is that it's easily posable. I've seen some high-end companies come out with non-posable practice hands, and I'm just not understanding that. Like, how unnatural would that feel? Imagine you're in a salon as a nail tech and your client is in front of you and she has her hands, her fingers extended out straight and stiff and close together the whole time. I would go off like, ma'am, can we please rest those fingers? I'm not ready for those ones yet. Like, why are they erected in my face? That didn't sound right. Sorry, but you know what I mean, right? It's just natural to work on one finger at a time. So I feel like I'd go nuts if I had to work on a hand where the fingers were together like that, or just really hard and stiff to move when needed. Give me Miss Rubbery Fingers any day, thanks. By the way, I think I'm gonna name her Lady. What y'all think? Our little lady. I think she's gonna be Lady. But yeah, at this point, this hand actually had some little odd rubbery extended free edge thingies, and I just took my old nipper that I used for the random nipping of things and I just nipped them off like they were cuticles. This one got nipped off camera and was a little choppy, but it was all good. I was really happy with how it turned out in the end. I just needed to get those rubber free edges out of my vision. So now that I have that done, I'm gonna take an alcohol wipe and just start wiping the plethora of dust that these hands attract. And this is where the ring finger air bubble decided to take on a life of its own and grow on me. So you'll see right here that it's growing, gone. The others were fine, but yeah, this one had to go. So I just ended up really getting a new nail, adding much more glue the second time around, too much glue actually. Anxiety upgraded to level 2000. But it did work out much better this time, much better this time. And I just made sure to wipe off the glue as soon as I saw it squishing out. And honestly, even if the glue gets on the silicone, if you take your time and just peel it off really slowly, you could definitely do so without damaging the hand. I did get some glue here and there, but I was able to get it off just fine in the end. So yes, anxiety high, but it was all good. So now I'm gonna give it a final wipe down since we've got all the nails attached and secured. And I think little lady here is looking pretty damn good so far. What y'all think? I think she's ready for some nude polish. So I'm actually gonna bring that out. I'm gonna be using this Memeda Nude. I'm not too sure how to pronounce it. Also from Amazon, of course. And I'm gonna apply 2 coats. I'll show you the product on the screen there on the left, and I'll link it down below, of course. I'll also show this in my next video, which will be a little Amazon haul, so you'll see me open and swatch it there as well. I'm also in Canada, so my Amazon is different, but if I find it in the US or the UK Amazon, I'll link those down for you as well. Don't worry about it. I got nude number 3, and y'all, it's so perfect. It's so good for my skin tone. It's even good for little lady's skin tone here. Mind you, her skin tone is very odd. That's one thing that disappointed me about this hand as well, is that her skin tone off camera is a lot more gray toned than what you see in this video. It's kind of an unnatural color, to be honest, but that's the main con. I think when it comes to these affordable hands, they obviously won't look as realistic as the high-end ones, but I think it still looks good enough for videos and photos. I may even try to add some makeup to the knuckle areas in a future video. I've seen people do that, so I might be able to make it look a little more lifelike. I'm an artist, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, at this point, anxiety level is 3000 because I didn't want to get any gel on these cuticles, and y'all, I'm already dreading using actual colors with this hand. But we'll see. I think it'll actually force me to get better at painting nails without touching the cuticles due to that anxiety. So, you know, yay anxiety. But yeah, I'm loving at least that I could pose these fingers, like I said, to get them out of my way. So that sort of brings the anxiety from 3000 down to like 2085. Anyway, I'm going to continue painting these nails. Another thing about these affordable hands is that a lot of them are like this one, where they have these super narrow and long nail beds. A lot of people don't like that. I actually love that. I'm jealous of them. I wish mine looked this nice. But it does make for a bit more difficulty when sizing or even when designing, because you have a smaller canvas to work on, although I take that as a challenge. Give me them little chiclets. Anyway, I'm doing the second coat here, and oh, look at this nude, y'all. Look at this nude. I love this nude. I may go back and get the nude number 4, I believe it was, maybe even the milky white they have. I also wanted the nude number 1, which I think was in a video I saw from NailsSlayedbyVal. I love that girl, check her out. I'll link her below if you're not already following her. But the nude number 1, for some reason on the Canadian Amazon, was like $48 while the others were $12. Why? Make it make sense. But we'll see if that changes. Amazon likes to do that, but I'm trying hard to reduce my Amazon purchasing, y'all. It is a struggle, and it's a very real one. Comment down below if you feel my pain. I know y'all have the same struggle. I know you do. We have to support each other. Anyway, at this point, I'm just checking the cuticle areas to make sure they're not glued down or stuck down with any gel or anything, and they all seem fine. I'm gonna get another alcohol wipe now to give little lady here a final wipe down. And tell me this don't look good, y'all. Try to comment down below and tell me this don't look good. Anyway, I love how it turned out. All you do now is take your full cover tips in any shape or length, stick it down with any kind of sticky substance you want to use. I would use the press-on sticky tabs because they're super secure, and I use them on my nail stands anyway. So there you have it. Bing bong, you're good. You're done. And as you see in a moment, the video is going to pause right here because I ran out of space, y'all. But you know what? It was perfect timing. I was done anyway. So I really hope this video helped y'all out. It was my very first one on this channel. So I hope you loved it. And I hope it maybe gave you a little more insight on what to expect with these super affordable hands from Amazon. Because like I said, I want to show others in these videos that you don't always have to spend an arm and a knee to get a nice looking product. I hope y'all stick around, hit that subscribe button, and of course the notification bell so you don't miss video number 2. It'll be fun times indeed. Stay blessed, stay focused. Peace, y'all.